Old people. Um, Today I'm talking about old people. Something that just kind of happened. I was never actually old myself, like I say, but even as a young child, I always thought that taking care of older people was important. And as people get older or age, that they should be taken care of. And there were also even people from Europe and stuff that wanted to protect their old people or cared about their old people. And I supported them um, in wanting to take care of their old people. At one point in time, a couple of people asked me what I wanted to do with old people, like kill them, eat them, whatever. And I said no, leave them alone, let them, or I mean, don't, I mean, they should probably be taken care of and stuff. Like I say, it's something that I mean, it was kind of like one of those, yeah. Well, I mean, kind of like an either way thing, but I mean, I thought about it and I was like, well, I'm young now, but I might get old someday, or at least, I mean, it's not really, I mean, someone puts in 25 years or 50 years of service, it's not really a cool thing to just be like, oh, well, time to go, or time to become meat. It's not really, it's not conducive to, I mean, because you're not building a better future. You're just like, well, you got 25 years of good life and then, oh, it's like, that's not really a good thing to be like that. And I never really thought about it like that, though. I mean, like I say, I was just like, we should take care of them. It's a neat. I was like, how hard can it possibly be to take care of some old people? I mean, and they might even be a benefit. I mean, just because they're old doesn't mean they're useless. I mean, I'm not gonna whip them in the back and be like, work. But I mean, anyway, I'm just digging myself a hole here, aren't I? Anyway, though, but the thing is that I mean, I was always a supporter of older people as far as, making their quality of life higher, um, getting them, like, keep making sure they stay healthy, adjusting their diet. Like I say, even as a young child, and there are times when I was like, okay, well, in America, we're doing it my way. Anyway, um, there are times when all I had was America, where I couldn't exactly say to Germany, although Germany seemed to be of the same mind. Germany was like, I think they were taking care of their old people too. So many countries do take care of their old people. So in America, I was like, well, we should build. And in America, I wanted to kind of do it one step further, like make like old people habitats kind of thing. Not where we make and force the old people to go there, because I was always of the opinion that if an old person wants to stay in their home, they should be allowed to stay where they feel comfortable, you know. And even if they want to group up into one big home, or if they want to, and that's also why a lot of the things like a lot of the retirement homes that are just these big buildings, and also like the individual little houses where they can have like miniature little houses or more like apartments. All that stuff, that was all me. And I used aircraft money, I used government money, I used religious money to start these little like old people enclaves where the old people could be among old people and their family could come visit, because family doesn't always visit old people. But I mean, if an old people want to stay inside of a house, I'm just digging myself a hole, aren't I? Anyway, though, but it's one of those things where I was always a champion of old people, as America, as president, as world leader, as leader of a country, as myself. um, that was something that when I was doing the laws, when I was creating America, when I was a child, that's something when I was a child, I felt kind of strongly about. I mean, I didn't really think about it at first, but then later on, when I did think about it, I was like, yeah, because old people, they contribute back. They fiddle, they play, they think of things that others don't think of all the time, and they lead young children. And so I was always of the opinion that old people need to be protected and cared about, and not abused or hurt or anything. Like it kind of also goes into my I fall and I can't get up life alert system. That lost money like crazy. Oh well, old people don't always have a lot of money. Anyway, so I was, and that might have also been part of my people. I might have gotten compromised because other people might have thought that old people aren't efficient. I don't really know, but I mean, anyway, though, I was always just like, if we're really that great, then we can do this, and if we can't do this, then we're not really that great. and I wasn't going to take a step down just because something might be a little bit more efficient. So, yeah, you know. Anyways, so I'm a different kind of leader as far as Borg or collective or group mind and all that other stuff. I mean, as far as the future kind of leaders, I was always that other guy. You know, the one who invented things, the one who is an ancient being that is first creator and first and did all these things, and also leader of a country and a planet. So, um, everyone does things a little bit differently. Some people think that that people should always be young or something. I try to make all my people young too. I didn't really want my people to get older than 25 if we can keep them from aging. Now, if they do set age, then services are needed to take care of them. So, yeah, it's something that I directed the American government to consider important. It's something that I always considered important, and it was just the way I was going to be, and that was that. So, Lucifer, very powerful person, leader of a country, and all that, and protector of old people. I just felt that old people do contribute back to society and life, even later on. They only do little bits, but sometimes those little bits can really be meaningful or not. So what? So anyway, yeah, it's kind of like one of those kind of like tricky or subjects where I allow people to get old, and the Borg or collective or most computers might think, oh well, it's inefficient, and maybe it is, but I don't know. I just, from my point of view, from my position, I was going to go ahead and include them, regardless. So it's not something that they were enforced to do. It was a choice on my part that I was like, no, this is the way I'm going to be. It's my decision. It's my country. It's my planet. So, and yeah. Some people might not have known my position on old people, but that's always been my position. So when younger people or other people were like, why take care of them? I was like, well, because we can, because we should, because you never know how they contribute to life and society. Besides, it just makes me feel better. I was like, fuck. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, and there were a couple of Sicilian mobsters and some other people that just knew old. They kind of helped out too. So I got a little bit of help from the older people. So, and some of the young people may not have understood, and some of them more may have. I don't know. So, but anyway, I had enough right and enough privilege on the earth and in America that I could make sure that my way stuck. So that's the way it happened out. Anyway,